Hey, it's Raven Scry. Today I'm going to look into 2024 in regards to crypto and give a reading for crypto in 2024. I'm going to leave it open to however Spirit wishes to communicate around this and not speak directly to, but just really open the space for whatever they wish to share. Okay, so as I connect, I'm hearing the need to separate from banks. I'm hearing financial institutions go bust. Then I hear boom bust. They're talking about trouble processing transactions in the systems, financial failures all around. And I'm being taken to a scene where many are trying to make transactions, but they're all banked up in some way. I'm being shown it in the example now of like pipes or pipelines that run to particular places. And along these pipelines, there are exit points, but there's a great deal of congestion here. It's like it's all banked up. And in the way that it feels, it's like more exits need to be made or exit points to stop this building and pressure in this system. It's also reminding me of old systems or infrastructure to something that's outdated, or really how fast something is moving or being developed. It's not measuring up in some way, and there's this building pressure and this waiting here. Now, as I sit back from this scene, I'm being shown in connection something with tentacles. It almost looks like an octopus. And my attention's being focused into the start of the word, into octo particularly. Now it's taking me to a couple of things, and I'm reminded of a reading from some time ago about Elon Musk and some sort of money or rail system he was connected to. But in the way that this comes through, I'm being shown something that looks like a metal octopus with pipes, with these tentacles that are pipes and along lines leading out in all directions. Now the focus is on the center point and is controlled from the center point of the octopus, with all of these tentacles reaching out to different places, but being controlled by this center point and what's going on here, like there's an operator from the center in some way. Now at the same time, I'm hearing clinking and chinking of coins, like there's some sort of generation of money being made or turned over in the way that this is playing out. Now I keep feeling this connection to metal rails here, also connecting to these pipes, and it takes me to the connection of what's coming down the metal pipes now. Now, metal pipes could have many things coming down them. We could have liquid, we could have gas, we could have oil, but in resonance I feel quite drawn to oil here in some way. Now this could be connecting in a different way, because it's almost like Spirit is directing me to two different things that are somehow intertwined or interconnected here. Now I'm being taken to the center or the controller of this octopus type metal creature that Spirit's showing me. It's a very nefarious energy, a big energy, all-consuming, very greedy in nature. And it's like it's trying to grow larger and larger, but there is some point of restriction here that it can't sort of move beyond its size. I'm almost reminded of like somebody who's expanding and they're getting tighter and tighter clothing, and it's like the clothing can't contain the body anymore. But just this sense of greed and expansion. So although it's expanding and bulging as it does, it's like these limits have really been pushed in some way. Now it reminds me of the congestion again in these pipes from earlier on, a lot of built-up energy here. So now I'm being taken to a reference of the pipes again that have no pressure, and it's more like they've become these flaccid hoses that can't be used anymore, and there's just so many of them. It's like they've turned to rubbish in some way, unusable, not needed. So Spirit's touched into many points here. I feel this built-up energy of a system, not enough exit points to facilitate what's being generated with this building pressure, outdated infrastructures and systems to house the process being shown. Also this nefarious, large, greedy energies that are expanding but being held back in some way due to restraints, possibly the lines in the system that are being used here. I also feel this could be in regards to energies that are in some way trying to use these systems and a connection to oil. Now, as I said, oil, I'm feeling this building energy again. And it's like from the earth now. And in regards to an earthquake or some explosive force that's been building. Now, I feel this is in some way mirroring the situation that's taking place. It feels like often Spirit will blend things that are similar or interconnected. And I feel like there is something that is taking place within these systems that are spoken of, but also within the earth resonance, within what's actually going on in the deeper levels here. Now, this could also be a point of timing where both things seem to come together. That seems to come through in my readings a lot. It's like I move into a point and then it changes into something else that's going on at the same time. Okay, so there is this sense of pressure, a release of pressure, which is huge, and just this great feeling of relief once the pressure moves through. But it feels like a pressure, it's like a cooking pot. It feels dangerous. It feels like there's a boiling point. And they show me this boiling point that once it reaches the limit, everything's going to start explosively moving with force. And with the heat implicated here, it's easy to get burnt by such a heat. Now I'm seeing many people with huge burns. Now, again, this could be symbolic, but this also could be an actual scene. I feel as though this is connected in some way to this earth scene of this built-up energy that's coming through. So I'm just seeing these burns on people, and it feels like this could be some sort of a tragic event in 2024 that is paralleling this story of what they're talking about within the systems. Now, it's interesting because, as I mentioned, a possible event with burn victims, it's like I got this waft of fire or smoke come into my space. So it does feel very connected to an event. But in some way, industry or infrastructure will mirror this. Now again, Spirit's taking me to the scene toward the start of the reading of these pipes, the stagnation in the pipes. Now everything is moving very slowly here, and Spirit just wishes to share this with you and leave you with this scene. Now they point out to me that this is presently taking place, this stagnation, this slow movement in the pipes and what's going on here. And in some way it's feeling out of sight, and like there's a lack of awareness around this situation of where it could be leading to. So there's just these negative energies behind it here also. Okay, I'm going to wind the reading up here today. And if you've got any thoughts or any comments, please pop them down below. I'd love to hear your insights and the connections that you've made from what's come through. Also, I have some readings available. If you'd like one, please go to the About page of the channel and contact me from the email address there. See you soon. Raven Scry signing off.